Hi everyone, I am starting a new series on Microsoft Excel 365 functions which I will cover in 3 parts across 3 different videos. Today, in the first video, I am starting with easy and practical formulas just to get a feel for their syntax and simple applications. Later videos will move on to an advanced formulas, so by the end of the series, you will have a complete understanding of these powerful Excel tools. So let's begin with our today's video. At first, I am going to show you how to apply filter function in Excel 365. If you do not have access to Excel 365, you can alternatively use Copilot. In this sheet, you can see I have data spanning over 3 different columns and I want to filter my second column on the basis of ID. Now let's start typing the filter function. Let's type filter, and at first you are supposed to provide the range that you want to appear after filtration. Okay, let me clear this with the help of an example. Let's select the complete category, then add comma, and then select the column B, and let's type equal to, and within inverted commas let's type IT. Close the commas, close the parentheses and press enter. And here I am seeing the complete 3 columns after filtration. I wanted to see the data of IT department and it gave me the accurate results. Okay, but let's say in the output I do not want to see this third column of salary. Okay, I want to eliminate it. Now let's start typing the formula. This time I am not going to select column F. Let's just select 2 columns. Okay, enter comma, then select the department column and let's type the condition IT, close the parentheses and press enter. The salary column is not visible here. So I hope you get my point. Now let's say we want to apply 2 different conditions on 2 different columns. Okay, this means I want to apply condition on department column and I also want to apply condition on salary column. So in order to do this, let's type filter. Let's select the data range, okay, and then let's select the department and let's type equal to IT within inverted commas, okay. But this time as I have to apply my second condition on salary column, so I am going to enclose it within the parentheses and then I am going to put asterisk. Asterisk is basically used to represent AND. This means I will get the result only when both of my conditions will be fulfilled. So let's type parentheses and now let's select the salary column and let's type greater than 60,000, close the parentheses again and press enter. And here I am seeing the results first for the IT department and then second for the condition where my salary should be greater than 60,000. Okay, so I hope you get the idea of using filter function in Excel. So now let's move towards another function. This function is basically recognized as choose columns. So let me give you a simple example of it. And it is used to return certain columns from your range of data. Let's say I have my information in 4 columns and I want to see my product column and my sales. So in order to do this, start the parentheses, okay, and then let's just give it a range from where we want to extract columns, type comma, then start curly brackets and then let's type 1 comma 3, okay, because I want to get column D and column F. Now close the curly brackets, close the parentheses and press enter. And here you can see it has retrieved the product column and the sales column. Okay. In a similar way, you can add many columns within the curly brackets and get the desired results. For example, here if I type comma 4 and then press enter, here, see, we are getting the information of month columns as well. Okay. So it looks simple, but this formula really becomes powerful when it comes in combination with other formulas, but we will cover it in later videos. So this is the simplest example of using it. Now let's remove it from here. And just like this columns function, we also have rows function. Okay, let's say I want to extract rows 5 and 6 from a table. So how can we use that? Choose rows, start the parentheses, and let's first feed in the array from which we want to extract the rows. Now, here you need to be careful. See, although my two first rows of the table are sitting in rows 4 and 5 of Excel, but according to my feeding array, they are sitting at position 2 and 3 of my data. Okay, so the actual raw number of Excel sheet doesn't matter. You are forced to pick the information from rows according to the number of your feeding array. For example, this is my first row, this is my second row, this is third, 4, 5, 6. And if I want to extract table and lamp rows, then it becomes 3 and this is my 4. So I'm going to type within curly brackets 3 comma 4, curly brackets close the parentheses and press enter. And here you can see I get my third row and I get fourth row. Okay, hope this point is clear to you. Now let's move towards another function, and this function is recognized as tocol. Apply it and see how it works. Now let's feed in our information into this, close the parentheses and press enter. And here you can see it has converted each row into column in sequence. This is basically your first row, okay, this one. Then it begins second row, which is this one, and lastly we can see our third row. So it basically converts your rows information into columns. Now if you have certain list of products, now let's quickly make it here products. So here I want to convert it into column format. Previously we used to do different techniques to convert it into the columns. But in Excel 365 you will find another function with name toRow, and then just feed in your list, close the parentheses, press enter, and here you can see it will convert your information into the columns. So toRow is basically used to transpose rows and tocol is basically used to transpose columns. Now let's move towards the next example, unique. This is very simple. Let's say we have a list containing the names in a repeated manner and we want to extract the unique names. So we can simply type unique, then we can feed our array into this, close the parentheses, press enter, and then we will get the unique list of our names or anything else that is available in your list. Okay, this is the simplest formula. Now let's move towards another important function. Previously you remember that we had to go to data tab and perform different types of sorting, but in Excel 365 or Copilot you will find different functions to do the same thing. So let's say I want to sort this information on the basis of my score column. Okay, remember in Excel 365 we have two types of sort functions. One is sort and the second is sort by. When we want to apply filtration on any single column, then we will use sort, but when we have to apply layered filtration on multiple columns, then we use sort by. So let me show you how we can use that. In this table, you can see I have three different columns and I want to apply filtration on my core column. Let's type sort. Now here again, your feed-in array matters. Let's suppose I only want to see the scores arranged in ascending or descending order. So I can choose them and then I can apply the column number. Here you are not supposed to start counting it as 1, 2, 3. The column number depends on how many columns you want to see in the output. As I only want to see my score column in the output, so I am going to type 1. Then it asks you whether you want to arrange your information in ascending order or in descending order. If I put 1, it will arrange my information in ascending order. Let's close the parentheses and let's press enter. Okay, and here you can see my data has been arranged in ascending order and I am only seeing one column of information. Let's say I also want to see the name. So in that case, I will type the formula in this way. Sort, first feed in the array, then according to this array, I want to apply sorting condition on column 2, comma 1. Okay, close the parenthesis and press enter. And here you can see with marks, I am also seeing the name of students. Now if you want to see column F as well, then you need to change the reference of your feeding array. Let's change it to F7 and press enter. But according to our feeding array, we wanted to apply formula on column 2. That's why I kept it remain the same. In case if you want to apply sorting, let's say on column 3, which is your class, then I will need to change it to 3 and press enter. And here you can see the information has been sorted. This formula is useful only when you have to apply sorting on only one single column. Now let's see the multiple sorting options. Here you can see I have information of country, city and product and I want to sort them all at once. So here I am going to use the formula of sort by. Let's feed in the required array, then type comma, and here you are not supposed to type 1, 2, 3. Here we are going to give the complete references of our columns and let's sort it in ascending order. Then again put comma and I also want to see my cities arranged in ascending order. Let's type comma and press 1 again and let's give our products and for your understanding let's just sort them in descending order. Okay, so in order to sort the information in descending order you are supposed to put -1. Okay, close the parenthesis and press enter. So here you can see the results. Now see, my countries have been sorted in ascending order. Okay. Similarly, cities have also been arranged in ascending order. But if you remember, for the products, we had put -1 in the formula. So here you can see that the formula has arranged the products in the descending order. So if you liked today's video, then don't forget to hit like, drop a comment and subscribe to my channel.